the folks over at Adobe, we're looking at their Animate app, and we're like, you know what? No more Adobe Animate app. We're going to be done with it. No more updates. We're going to get rid of it completely.
What if we made everything worse again?
Yes. Yep. And people were pissed.
Oh
Not just like regular people. We're talking about industry people, because apparently a lot of cartoons in America and in the West still use Adobe Animate to animate. And
Smiling Friends being one of them.
Yeah.
There's shows on Netflix that use it.
Mm-hmm. And
man, that'd be such a loss if we couldn't get animated shows on Netflix anymore. Oh my god,
that would be
a horrible loss.
Hey, The Ghost in the Shell is gonna be a Netflix anime, so be careful with how you say that.
That's an anime. That's Japanese people making stuff. I don't care what they do.
Christine and I actually very much enjoyed Haunted Hotel, which is a terrible name for a show, but the show itself was really awesome. It came out last year on Netflix. It was actually really funny.
All right. But the backlash was so bad that Adobe was like, hey, we're just kidding, guys.
JK lol.
Just joking.
Yeah, so, but to put a little bit more of a spin on this to why everybody was so upset, it was because on February 2nd, they said, on March 2nd, you will no longer be able to buy Adobe Animate. Like they were just like, hey, guess what, guys? It has lived its life. It has had a good run, but we're not gonna have Adobe Animate anymore for some reason. And they said, so in 1 month you will not be able to buy it, and we're gonna stop servicing it. And then in 1 year, exactly 1 year from now, like March 19th, 2027, you all of your FLA files, all of your SWF files, none of those are going to work anymore on any system ever. And so like you have 1 year to pack up your stuff and get out. and like it was just an absolutely baffling statement of how disconnected you can possibly be from your audience who owns your product. Like, how are you so disconnected from something that you own as artists to also then say the reason why we are getting rid of Adobe Animate is so that we can focus more on AI apps? As to which they were saying, isn't it great, animators? You don't have to do the thing that you love to do anymore. You don't have to be passionate about your art anymore. AI can do it for you, and that's what we want to do for you. And everybody was like, we hate that idea, Adobe. But on top of that, there was another point I wanted to make, and it's just slipped my mind now. It'll come back to me.
This is the company that forces you to pay, and independent artists to pay like $50 a month to subscribe to their system, and then if you want to leave, they force you to pay to leave. Like you have to pay like a $30 exit fee to unsubscribe from Adobe.
Dude, I have Photoshop on my computer right now. I can't even use it anymore. Like it does not let me use Adobe Photoshop because it's too old of a version.
So that is something that is going to be a problem someday, right? Like I had to come up with we use Adobe Animate in my animation class at school, and so now I have to come up with an alternative program because we have maybe 3 years tops before we get to a point, because they're not servicing Adobe Animate anymore still. Like they're going to leave it available to buy and open, but in 3 years, once your processor like becomes too new for the system, you're not going to be able to run Adobe Animate anymore.
Right, which is why Adobe Photoshop can't be used on my computer right now because my processor is too new.
Right. My father-in-law, who's been a photographer for almost 50 years, he has had Adobe CS6 on his old Mac computer for decades, essentially now. And he has left his Mac at the version of his computer that allows you to run it. He has not run an update. He's turned off automatic updates. He has not run an update on his Mac computer in like almost 15 years because he would lose CS6 and he would have to pay for cloud.
Right.
Since then, the computer has gotten so old, we've had to move it, and he's moved to another product. He can't use Adobe anymore. He doesn't use any Adobe products.
Yikes.
I mean, I abandoned Adobe a long time ago. I mean, I've been using exclusively Clip Studio for at least 6 years. No, I'm sorry, more than 6 years, 7, 8 years. Like, so almost a decade. I've abandoned Adobe entirely, and I'm using Clip Studio, and I've never looked back. It is like everything you want to do in Adobe. Like, yes, Adobe has better like paintbrush technology to make it more accurate of what you want to do, but you can still do everything you want in a roundabout way in Clip Studio. But me as a comic book creator, not only does Clip Studio make it easier to do things, but I can still design all the things that I want to do in Clip Studio. You just have to find the perfect workarounds for it.
Yeah.
And Adobe's business model is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
As what it is, because they're not artists. It used to be made by artists, but now it's just overhauled by, you know, producers and whoever.
Dudes in
because-
suits. It's overhauled by dudes in suits who have never picked up a pen their entire life.
Yeah, and they're all interested in AI, and
That was the
where
other
I
point
know
we made.
AI is obviously a pretty hot button topic. Like, I'm not one of those stick my nose in the air to AI, like, because everything's bad. It's really kind of ignorant to just say everything's bad about AI, because it's not. Is it? What the heck? Is it lazy when somebody basically like generates something and says I made this? Yeah, that's not art. Like,
Yeah.
you are objectively wrong. You didn't make art.
Right.
Is it good to use AI as a tool to assist your art instead of scrolling endlessly through Pinterest to look for things? You can just generate your own reference, then you redraw. Like, you're still drawing, you're just asking it for inspiration and reference. That's fine. And the fact that Adobe is basically making it so that, because what they're trying to do is Adobe wants to make companies, like, they want companies to use their product, and companies see time as money.
Yeah.
And so Adobe is now saying, hey, advertising firm, hey, actually, they're probably mostly aiming towards advertising firms, let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
They're saying, you made this graphic in like 2 seconds. Now let Adobe AI finish everything for you, and you can make your advertising graphics way faster.
Yep.
And companies will say, that's awesome. I also don't know how to do art, Adobe. Like, let me make my artists lose completely everything creative. It's like working for the video game industry. Hey, do you want to get all the creativity sucked out of you? Everything that you love about creating? Go work for the video game industry. You know, go work for the advertising industry. We'll just make you use AI.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to go independent, because regardless of whether AI takes over or not, I can still put pen to paper and make my comic book. Nobody can fire me.
The other thing that they said too, they were like, but what about animators who want to actually animate? They were like, well, you can use Adobe After Effects. As to which the best response I saw online was like, asking animators to use Adobe After Effects is like saying that you want to make a steak, but you only have a toaster. It will work, but it's not going to be great.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. So that was the thing. It was like, well, we're leaving you Adobe After Effects, you know?
Yeah,
Shut up.
It's
so
really
disconnected.
embarrassing.
It
Like,
is.
the fact that because I see this on Twitter all the time too. There's the AI bros on Twitter. The number one argument I've seen is, yeah, but I don't have the skills to do this stuff, and it's so great to be able to
Learn
put-
them!
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like, because I just woke up one day and could just do it. Like, I had to put years of my life into this, and I had to put hundreds of thousands of hours into this. Like, I couldn't just
Really?
do it. In fact, I was a terrible artist in college. In fact, I'm still a terrible artist. Like, and I just can't stand the notion of like, well, I don't have the skill to do it, therefore I want AI to do it for me, and therefore I'm doing it. It's like, no, you're not.
Get good.
Yeah,
Yeah, get good, fool.
it's practice. Like you got like the fact that I can't stand the people being like, well, I'm not creative enough to do this. I want AI to do it for me. Yeah, that's cool, but but don't call yourself an artist because you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that they decided not to get rid of it, but like you said, Johns, like it's gonna be 3 years, and it's gonna become obsolete. You're not gonna be able to use it on newer computers. It's not going to.
It's their.
I feel bad. I feel bad for a lot of these people, dude. What's Smiling Friends gonna do now? Like, what are those animators gonna do?
I got to be honest with you. Like, I think that the program that I'm probably going to end up using is Blender. Blender has a 2D animation thing, and it's free. You know, and it's not that hard to use. It might be a little bit more difficult for my students to get used to the ins and outs of using Blender, and I might need to do a couple extra steps in order to tell them how to use it properly. But it's free. And two, like it still works for industry people. They will be able to transition into Blender seamlessly. I believe. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, they can make an Oscar-winning movie out of it. So
yeah, that was 3D, but yeah, you can use Blender. Like Blender is actually legitimately becoming an industry standard tool. And like part of me is thinking, do I also move my game design class over to Blender as well? Because that is becoming more and more prevalent, and it's a whole bunch of things that I need to figure out as an educator to do. So yeah, that's my struggle right now.